12 minutes past 8 o'clock. Dr. Jeff King joins us here in Studio H for the King Clinic. How are you this morning?
Well, thank you.
You know, you were saying you wanted us to bring up stories today, and the first thing I thought, you know, like your patients and the things that you see them for. But the first thing I thought of with you was your toe, because that kind of puts you out of commission for a while, and your big slipper. And
Toe's good. I use liquid suture and put it together, super glue.
Good medical practice.
It works.
Yeah, sometimes simple things work. How about that, though? Broken bones, is that something a chiropractor can work with or not touch?
No way.
Really?
Even
No way.
heal with broken bones? I mean, can't there be stress on muscles and tendons when they're...
Can be, but you have to wait for the bones to have integrity for them to be moved or touched at all.
Really?
Yeah, that's
See, what I think about a broken bone, the first person I go to is a chiropractor, so that's good to dismiss that thought process.
I'm like thinking just move it back into where it was.
We've got fractures and tumors and all sorts of stuff.
All right, since it's close to Halloween, tell us the worst thing, the strangest thing you've ever had to work with as a chiropractor.
Okay.
I'm sure you have some odd ones.
Sure. Well, one was a cancer patient. Now, it's contraindicated for a chiropractor to work on someone that has cancer when it's active. But this person had inactive cancer who was already seeking treatment, radiation, chemotherapy, and whatnot. And he decided to do everything he could naturally also to boost his immune system, which meant he took regular chiropractic adjustments, boost immunity by 65%, say the Czech Republic scientists, which is true. It did very strict diet, nutrition, the whole bit, and he beat it. Now, he had metastatic carcinoma. That means cancer in his whole body.
Wow.
That's a death sentence. And what makes this human being extraordinary, and how I felt, you know, honored to have him as a practice member, is not only was he a survivor, but he was an extraordinary person, too. For example, he never said things like, I got cancer. I'm going to die. And you'd be surprised at how people instantly make the
think it's a death
in their mind. They'll roll over. I've got it. I'm dying. That's it. He never identified with the problem. He just said, yeah, it's true.
But once it's
an oncology report, so I'm safe to be worked on. And that's about the long and the short of it. And then, you know, a couple months later, hey, well, it's gone.
Wow.
So it actually went away, and it had already
Amazing.
to the word.
Yeah. And you hear that all the time, body, mind, spirit. It's all connected. It really is. You have to have a good, positive attitude.
Is the reason that you can't work on someone with active cancer is because you're increasing the circulation in the body and you may increase the travel of it?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, exactly. Or the integrity of the bones. If it goes to bones, you know, the bones can become brittle and break.
Oh.
But your first idea was the correct one. In theory, it can make it spread.
Dr. Brown, I have a question for you. A serious question. When you walk into the studio, all of a sudden you're always plagued with all of us giving you our issues. The gals were talking about bruising. Now, how does chiropractic time with that, or doesn't it?
Not so much. Well, in my opinion, chiropractors look at the spine as a means to address the nervous system and problems and dysfunctions with the nervous system, okay? Pinched nerves, this sort of thing, and coordination. Now, the osteopaths would tell you, the old-time guys would say, yes, we work on that spine, we improve blood circulation.
Right, that's what I'm asking, yeah.
Similar idea, that was their concept. So as a chiropractor, I'd say, maybe not, but an osteopath, yeah, probably so. Okay. Usually it's kind of genetic, kind of nutritional. It's been my opinion. You know.
How about relationships? I was just in L.A., and I actually went to see a chiropractor that I saw for years, for over 10 years, and seen her in 10 years. It was so nice to be there with her. Do you have those relationships that are kind of ongoing with people that have left the area?
Sure. Through email, mostly. We have a community. I don't call my patients, I call them practice members, and we work together. I try to, you know, kind of coach them along, as we've discussed in earlier shows, in wherever they want to go, whether it's a nutritional situation, or they need some hope, or need some exercises. Stress management, we do that one a lot. When people come in, they have no idea how to handle their stress. And mostly it comes down to writing it out. What's it going to be? It's going to be do this stuff today, this stuff tomorrow, and then you don't worry about it. Most people sit there and ruminate. Oh, man, I got this going. I got the mortgage. I got to take the kids to school. Susie's sick. Oh, man, I forgot about softball practice. Oh, my wife's going to kill me. All the time, you see. So that's a big one, stress.
What's the most surprising thing you've seen happen in your practice where you're trying treatment not knowing if it's going to have an effect, and it does?
Great question. I had a practice member come to me who was a referral from another chiropractor, as a matter of fact, who was just about retired. Or so. I mean, he won't retire. He'll never retire. So, anyway. So he was sent over to me, and he was dying of a rare kidney disease and was in a wheelchair. And he said, well, do you think you can help me? I said, I don't know. I'm willing to try if you are. So we did. We tried a good round of chiropractic, straightforward, just in the spine, doing things
excuse me, I was going to say, was he an older person or age?
Oh, he's in his 30s.
Okay.
Very rare kidney disorder, dialysis every day, wheelchair bound, losing the use of his arms and legs. Started working on him. Not much improvement, and then 2 months later he comes in and he's on a cane. And then a month or two later he's on braces. He's got braces on his feet, and now he has nothing.
Wow.
My gosh. And his kidneys are okay, too?
No, his kidneys are failing. He's on the list to get new ones.
Oh.
His functional capacity has risen to such a point that he can walk. You know, the medic said you're never going to walk, you're going to die unless you get, you know, new kidneys. That was probably the most dramatic thing I've ever seen.
My goodness.
That shocked even me. But again, a lot of that was mental too. He decided in his mind, I'm going to get out of this chair. He made the statement.
Well, you always say you partner with the people that come to see you.
Yes.
So mind over matter does play a part in healing.
It has a part. Yeah, it does. It can't be denied. It can't be.
How about someone with, yes, we're all guilty of it, you know, you feel it as the day goes on. You know, I feel it in my body. Have you ever had a neck that was so tight that the person really couldn't look left or right?
Oh, sure.
I mean, literally?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had people that couldn't hold their heads up.
Oh, my.
I had a nurse, surgical
What do you mean
nurse
couldn't
come
hold their head up? Their head was hanging down?
They were doing this.
Oh.
It
Oh, it was like locked in
pressure off.
position?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Because of stress?
Well, they
different
got in a
reasons?
car wreck. And
Okay. So what about this
That was
nurse?
because of stress.
Now, this nurse you were talking about.
I had a nurse come in one time, and she had her hand on her head. It's the weirdest thing. She comes in screaming and yelling, "You bunch of quacks! I hate chiropractors!" And all this. So, lady, what do you want? Why are you even here? And then her husband comes around her, supersedes her, and says, "Please, sir, if you can do something about my wife, please do it, because we all can't live this way."
Her hand was stuck to her head?
Yeah, well,
Like her arm?
every time she did this,
Sorry.
every time she moved her head
Not
down,
listening.
her hand down, she had searing pain down into her hand.
So she had to hold it up.
Okay. And if this, she was screaming bloody murder. So that one turned out successful, but
It did?
pretty dramatic.
Did you stop calling
It
you a
did?
quack?
Yeah, I didn't mind that much.
You kind of like that, don't
She was
you?
hollering.
But how long
at me.
were you able to take care of her so she could lower her hand that day
Yeah, right. Yeah.
and get rid of the pain? So
Yeah.
what caused that? What caused someone
She had
to hold her
a
hand
hot
up?
disc in her neck that kind of squished out and pinched on a nerve real hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did she come back after that or no?
Uh,
Not my business. I'm just
that's okay. No.
No.
She was happy. Her arms were down. She was
That's great.
smiling.
And you were happy?
Yeah. Her
Good.
husband brought her from far away.
I did. You know
That's
what?
a funny story.
When Dr. King was telling the story, I thought it was a joke. Didn't it sound like, hey, I had a woman walk in the office with her hand up here and her husband...
Will I ever play the piano again?
He walked into the bar. So, it's a pretty dramatic thing you get to see sometimes.
Oh, my.
But some great rewards, and that must be what keeps you going, huh?
Yep.